Since its original construction in 1970, Homestead High School has been home to thousands of students that have achieved awards of the highest honor in both academics and athletics.
McLaughlin the rebound, the clock hits zero, the Spartans are state champions!
Class A champion, Homestead High School.
The facility has been cherished by generations, but it has become apparent that renovations may become necessary. Superintendent Dr. Phil Downs helps explain why it is now time for some reconstruction in order to continue our school's streak of success.
The first thing you have to consider is that Homestead was built for a much smaller student population, and so as we've added on classrooms and things, we have not added on to some of the communal spaces. The HVAC system here, a good part of it is as old as the building, which is getting close to 50 years old. So we began to look at it from the standpoint of, if you're going to do this work, you may as well do as much of it as you can right now.
This district-wide project requires the opinions and support from more than just the Southwest Allen County School Administration. Parents, taxpayers, and community members are being informed and questioned at routine school board meetings about the different options to renovate or reconstruct before concrete decisions are made.
The meetings we had last fall gave us some questions that we still, I think, owe some answers to some taxpayers on, that we want to make sure we take care of so that people understand what we're doing and support it going forward. You still have to go through the process of getting all the taxpayers to get on board with this process.
This big change impacts more than just the construction of the building itself, but it can affect the way teachers are able to teach and students are able to learn. Administration has approached many faculty and staff members to get an idea of their excitements and concerns.
The only concern I probably have is making sure we do it right. I mean, I hope that if we're going to spend a lot of money to refurbish this building, I hope they do it really well. If not, I hope they make the good decision to get a new building. And then I would love to see a field house if we could do that. I know some other schools like Huntington have done that, and it makes a big difference.
I don't have any concerns. I really appreciate what the district has done so far as far as having community meetings to see what the consensus is amongst community members, people that don't necessarily have kids that go to the district, but that live in the district who it will affect them tax-wise. We're hoping for a vast improvement in our auditorium in both the size, seating capacity-wise, and also hopefully being able to install some sort of fly system.
However, some Homestead students feel as though the school is not keeping the student body well informed and are not asking sufficient opinions and advice from current and future students that will be affected by the reconstruction.
My dad went here in the 80s, and it was just kind of sad to think that Homestead isn't going to be around maybe, like when my kids are in high school or just in the future, for us to come back.
Following in-depth discussion and weighing pros and cons, the school board and administration have concluded that it is the smartest and most cost-efficient time to reconstruct altogether to prevent money from being wasted on continued renovations in the future.
If you're going to spend $15 million throughout a building and then 5 years later be tearing that out again, that's a big waste of money. So the fact that we have to do that now, the fact that our debt is rolling off so we have the money to borrow, the fact that we have pretty much maxed out our communal spaces in the building and that the hallways are getting crowded, those all kind of add up to a situation like this is probably the best time to do it. And let's say we just fixed those areas. The cost of just doing those things starts to get very close to just, when you add that to the HVAC issues, to just being the cost of renovating the whole thing.
More information and details regarding start date, program improvements, and community input will be released later in March following school board meetings and voting open to the community every other Tuesday. Reporting for WCYT, I'm Sydney Scholl.